everyone. I'm Ebony with Becoming Bianca. This is my new YouTube channel. I'm actually back again. It's pretty much the same day. It's just after midnight on the 16th and I am wiped out. I just got done, not even done. I'm only about a third or halfway through pulling everything out of my closet, trying on everything that I have just to see what's too big, what's gonna fit soon, and what fits right now. So I definitely was very zealous today. I got too excited pulling everything out. Now I'm too tired to finish it, but I'll be happy to finish it tomorrow. Non-scale victory. I've not acquired, but now there's 9 new things in my closet that I can fit. For the past few years, I've just been existing in stretch pants and sweats. And now I have 9 new pieces in my closet that feel new to me because now they lay right, they fit right. And I'm just so excited about how far I've come in just a month because now I feel like I don't have to worry about going out and buying yet a bigger size. So the things that are starting to fit me better now are a size large, and these are larges and extra larges actually that I purchased around spring of 2022 because at that time I was going in the right direction and I got these new pieces from TJ Maxx and I was feeling so good. And I want to say within 6 to 9 months after that, they were way too small. Then I had to buy more extra larges. And then after that, I was just sweats and stretch pants. So today's very exciting, very, very exciting. Anyways, I have a huge pile of clothes next to me that I'm gonna have to address tomorrow. But before I do that, I wanted to make a video about gadgets and apps. Maybe one day I'll get this timing thing down right. But for now, I just want to get the information out there. These might be no-duh type of things for some people, but if you're new to paying attention to your health and doing anything for yourself, health-wise or weight-wise, this might be a good video for you. So part of my revamping is trying to do more. I want to do more with less, and I want to make progress with what I already have right in front of me. And this is actually a new mindset for me because it was a YouTube video or a TikTok or something. Oh, I've gotten back into gardening and it was a gardening video. And someone said to basically not make it complicated and to start now with what you have. And something about that phrase just stuck with me because it's applicable in so many aspects of life. So everything that I want to accomplish, all these goals that I'm excited about, I am trying to start now with what I have. So I'm going to show you some things that I actually got well before I even thought I wanted to try tirzepatide. So this scale, I got this scale from Amazon. I'll post right here when I purchased it. It's been a few years. I've always had a scale in the house, but you know, there's times that I've had where I told myself, I am going to hide that scale or I'm going to throw away the scale because it was this constant battle of some program I was on or a mindset that I had, successes, failures, whatever you want to call it. But I finally feel like I am not scared of the scale anymore. And that has to do with just a new mindset. Now I am doing things that is helping me view my journey and the things that I'm using to measure that journey as just data. It's just data. I'm still working on this mindset. It is not perfected, but I'm getting there. So first thing is this scale right here from FitIndex. It's Amazon. I probably paid, I don't know. I'll post it right here. But it's a digital scale. It has an app. It's supposed to measure your body fat percentage, your hydration, your muscle mass, your bone mass, blah, 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 blah. It does measure that. I take it with a grain of salt. I let it give me a starting point, basically. And I feel like if I'm always measuring with just this one same scale, if my muscle mass goes up or down, or my body fat percentage goes up or down, I'll kind of just use that to gauge my progress if I'm using just this scale. If you want to get more accurate, there's a thing called a DEXA scan, which I've had a few times. So I have records of my DEXA scans from, 2 or 3 years ago. I couple that with how I feel and look and what the scale is saying to help me kind of understand where I'm at. This is not going to be as precise as a DEXA scan. A DEXA scan is going to tell you exactly how much is bone, muscle mass, lean mass, and body fat. I do want to get one of those again, though. I want to get one probably later on in my journey. At first, I was like, dang, why didn't I get one when I first started? But I'm not too concerned about that because I'm probably, if I would have got the DEXA scan a month ago, let's say, before I started Mounjaro tirzepatide, it probably would have been about the same that it was the last couple times I had it. My programs hadn't changed. The way I eaten hadn't changed. And like I had said before, I have a lot more muscle on me than probably the average woman. That's why I've always weighed about 20 pounds more than people think I do. So that's good or bad. Anyways, so Digital Scale has an app. You can use that to track, and you can use that for the data to feed directly into Apple Health. I use Apple Health to just track everything. Again, I'm trying to do more with less. I'm trying to simplify. And eventually I'm probably going to replace some of these gadgets so that the data can all go into one app versus Apple Health, FitIndex, and all this other stuff. Okay, Digital Scale. For years, especially in prior years where it was all about calories and tracking and macros and weighing and measuring, I've always done it begrudgingly. I've always hated it. But one surprising thing about being on tirzepatide is the constant nagging of, oh man, a crumble cookie sounds so good right now. Oh, how about a nothing bundt cake? What if you made some homemade cookies so at least it's homemade? All that is gone. I mean, that could be a whole different episode. So now, knowing how valuable it is to be able to weigh and measure food, at least until you get the hang of things, until you understand portion sizes about, how much protein is in, a couple handfuls of chicken breast or what it looks like on your plate. Until you get used to that, this is so valuable. So now, instead of me being irritated by having to weigh and measure, I have the mental space to actually do it and implement these things that so far no one has debunked, weighing and measuring. It is valuable. It serves a purpose. So now I have the mental space to do that. And I do it with this digital scale, which is hard to see, but you can do liters, milliliters, grams, ounces, pounds. I prefer to do grams. It's more precise, and then it's just easy. I don't have to flip-flop between ounces, pounds, milliliters, or whatever. So I do grams. Then my other gadget is this. This is a more recent purchase. So the body scale and the food scale I have had for a few years. I don't know, 2 or 3 years. This I just got this year, and I'm so glad I did, because this is another thing that I hated doing, because I always used a like a seamstress soft tape measure to do measuring, and it's just so annoying, and I can't hold it right, and I can't see the numbers. Man, the internet put me on to this. So there you go. Bluetooth syncs to your phone, syncs to yet another app. But the cool thing is when you pull it out, let's say you wrap it, or let's say you want to do your neck. So you wrap it around your neck and you just put it into here. Okay, it clicks into there. Oh, this is so blurry. I'm going to get better at this YouTube thing, I promise. It clicks into there, right? So whatever this is, you don't have to like squint or bend your neck or look in a mirror trying to see what that number is. Instead, it's right on the screen. It's right on the screen, and it pops into the app. The app has different slots for different body parts to measure. You can do all of them. You can do one of them. You could do a couple of them. For years, I focused on just my belly, but then I expanded to everything else. Shoulders, left and right arm, abdomen, thigh, hips, neck, because I dealt so much with gut issues, and I could be doing all the right things that I'm supposed to do, including eating the right things to put me in a calorie deficit, and I could be actually losing weight and losing fat, but because of bloating and irritation and just, eat a bowl of fruit and I look like I'm 6 months pregnant, like I needed to measure more than just my waistline. Otherwise it would be up and down several inches throughout the week. Okay, so those are the 3 gadgets that I use. There is a brand I've heard of a lot more called Renpho, and they make the smart tape measure, and they make a body scale, and I think a food scale, and it's all in one app. So in my effort for doing more with less, I would love to eventually replace these with all one brand, so everything can go into one app, and then just keep it super simple. And then an idea I had was to, in a future episode, just anybody who is starting out, they may not have enough money, or they just don't have the funds to allocate towards buying new gadgets. I would love to mail these to them once I'm ready. Till then, I'm using them. For my 4th gadget, I got rid of my Apple Watch. My Apple Watch was irritating me, stressing me out, all the notifications, competing with people. I just needed to know the time and the steps. And so I had gotten rid of an Apple Watch twice. So one time I got rid of it, then I bought another one a year later because I started gaining weight and I was sedentary. That was one thing that I noticed, that it did help me at least keep top of mind, to keep moving, get my steps in, maybe even work out. So I got rid of it one year, got another one, got a new one the next year, and then it started irritating me again. You know, the battery dies, it's uncomfortable when you're sleeping, because I also want to track my sleep. And then my sister put me on to the Oura ring. This wasn't anything that I had known about or read about or looked up. And I was like, I am sold, especially when she told me that it could be possibly health savings account or flex spending account eligible. So look into that, see if whatever you use for HSA or FSA would cover this. But yeah, I picked out the color I wanted. I went with the cheapest because for, $100 each, you can change your color. Of course, I would love gold so it can match with things, but I wasn't going to pay $200 more for gold tone. It's not even real gold. So I was like, just give me the functionality. So I have the Oura ring. I sold my Apple Watch for the 2nd time and got the Oura ring. That way, no notifications, no dinging, no vibrations. The battery lasts for probably a week. I can sleep with it. It's not uncomfortable. And I can count my steps, my heart rate, my body temperature, my heart rate variability. Like, the data is a geek stream for sure. So those are the 4 gadgets that I use. The free apps. I'll put some screenshots right here. So I have Apple phone, so I use Apple Health. Of course, that's free. I use Pedometer, the free version. I paid for it for a while, but it wasn't really worth the value, even though it's super cheap. But the free version, I can track my steps. It all goes into Apple Health. Apple Health, I can track my steps. However, I have to have my phone on me. So Pedometer tracks my steps, and I use that instead of just the Apple Health step tracking, because sometimes I just need all devices to go away. I don't want to constantly have my phone on me, which maybe I don't want that, but I find myself with my phone in my hand all the time, especially lately, binging on these tirzepatide YouTube videos. But you get what I'm trying to say. So this will count my steps. The Oura ring will count my steps through the Pedometer app, which throws it into Apple Health. So Pedometer's free. I use Happy Scale. So for anyone who they're curious about what they weigh, but maybe they have a history of being scared of the scale, or the scale completely derailing their, their day, their mental health, whatever. This body scale tied into your phone with the Happy Scale app. Just read about Happy Scale. I'm not pushing this on anyone, but it's worked for me, because Happy Scale works in a way that gives data in a way that is more valuable. If you're 250 pounds and you lose 3 pounds one week, you get down to 247, and then you're up to 249 and then 246. It's easy to get on the scale and just see the up and not think about what your last low was or your last high. Now, if you're high and you go down and you come back up, if that new high is lower than the last high, you're in the right direction. But most of the time we can't remember that. We're not making little mental notes. Nobody probably has a spreadsheet of this trend. Happy Scale will do all that for you. Just make it easy on yourself. It's free. There is a paid version. The paid version is so cheap and worth it if you really want to get into the data. But for the most part, it's a clean interface. And it's something that I've used for years, going back to I think my first entry into there is maybe 2017, 2018. So that's a free app. My Net Diary. So one of my last videos, I talked about everything that I've tried to lose weight over the years. And I've always at some point come back to low calorie or tracking in some way, whether it's macros or whatnot, just protein. Sometimes I remember one time I was like, okay, forget calories, forget all that crap. Let me just focus on protein. If I can hit protein, that's satiating. I won't really want to eat a bunch of other junk. And then things will probably just kind of fall into, no. When you're battling your brain constantly saying, ooh, this would taste good, that would taste good. What about that bag of candy you've been wanting to try? Oh, maybe you should get a bottle of wine too, because you deserve it. You've been working. All the annoying voices, little things going off in your head. It takes too much energy to reject that and also simultaneously implement the good habits. It's taken tirzepatide for me to realize that they were two separate things. I've always told myself, I got to start eating right. I need to start counting calories. I need to get more steps. That's fine. Those are all great things. But when your brain is also telling you all these amazing things that you would love to eat and snack on and what you should do and watch this show in bed with this particular snack and, oh man, a pound of spice drops sounds delicious right now. It's two separate efforts. It's taken me this long to realize it's two separate efforts. Anyways, so my Net Diary, I use it to track everything. I've tried everything. I've tried MyFitnessPal. I tried, what were the other two? Chronometer. There's a keto app. I forgot the name of it. If I remember after this, I'll post it right here. And there's another one that I can't remember the name of right now. It's on the tip of my tongue. Post it right here. I've tried several apps. Listen, when MyFitnessPal sold to Under Armour or whatever the heck happened, and it just went ads crazy, plus the interface looks like a website from 2002, I just was like, this is ridiculous. So I had gotten rid of the apps. I was like, I will just try and figure out a different way because all of these apps are getting on my nerves. Either the interface sucks, or there's too many ads, or they're just pushing for the paid version. So I came across this one where they probably could have done a little better marketing when it comes to their app name. It's called My Net Diary. Makes no sense whatsoever, but this app is beautiful. Let me tell you. Because at one point I had an app for tracking my water, tracking my steps, tracking my calories, but then I would jump over to this other one that let me maybe scan a barcode for free or check my macros for free. Then a different app, Zero, for fasting. I was just like, this is too much. I need, whatever I do to lose weight needs to be easy and simple. My Net Diary, oh my goodness. This is one that it is a free app. You can do a lot with it for free that other apps will not offer. Off the top of my head, I can't think of the differences right now for the free version versus paid version. But for one, I know you can scan a barcode for free. And it was one where the app, the interface, the features, the excellent data was so good that I went ahead and just paid for a year. And I want to say was not very much. A lot less than MyFitnessPal. MyFitnessPal has gotten a bit bougie. Don't like it. So check out My Net Diary, the free version, and start there. So yeah, there's a lot of resources that don't have to cost you anything. YouTube for one, just to get your mindset right. Watch some YouTube videos until you start to feel motivated and you feel like whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish is within your reach with baby steps. Cliche. I used to hate the phrase baby steps. I used to hate, making small changes. I wanted everything right now. I wanted to make drastic changes, some extreme structured program. I mean, as most recently as September, I invested in that Purium Total Body Makeover Kit. Messed me up. I love Purium. They offer some really great products, but again, I was trying to take what I wanted to do and fit it into the mold of this, beautiful packaged program of shakes and supplements because it's healthy, right? Because it's healthy. Well, I completely disregarded knowing full and well, that I'm highly allergic to grasses, highly allergic to grains. And I did it anyway because I figured, well, maybe if I get healthy, this is so psychotic actually. Maybe if I get healthy and do this program, I don't know what I thought. Maybe I thought I was going to magically not be allergic to oats and grasses. I mean, the shakes that you're supposed to have 3 times a day is wheatgrass and oatgrass and alfalfa grass. Like, the eczema flare up I had after Purium was just, I wouldn't even be able to post pictures on here. It would be too graphic. So, I don't regret it though. I mean, the eczema flare up, oh my goodness. I don't regret it though, because there's a couple supplements that came with that kit that I still continue to order, and I will continue to order because it works for me. I love it. And I can always talk about that in a different video, but that's just an example of, at some point, in order to be successful, you have to get rid of all the you should, what they say, what them over there say. You have to know yourself on some level and pick and cherry pick the things that you can implement that will have the greatest impact the quickest, that are the easiest. It might take a while. It might overheat the front of your brain just a little bit, but I don't know. Maybe I'm a little excited. I'm just feeling so hopeful for myself when I did not think I would ever feel this way ever. And now I'm like, okay, I mean, if I can, I know someone else can. So those are my apps and gadgets that I use right now. That's it. Okay, bye.